and the Joint Special Forces Command, and they're going to have the Navy SEALs and the Delta Force and the Marines and the Army all training with local police and everybody for snatch and grabs and taking over county courthouses from governments that don't go along. I mean, you know what's going to happen if a civil war starts and they blow stuff up? The Patriots are going to get the word out that they didn't do it. The first few courthouses, the first few places, you're going to successfully go in and kill the local sheriffs and people and the citizens that fight you. But then after that, the rest of the military is going to see through it, and then the officers, everybody knows what's going to happen. I'm not even going to go into it, but the military's all had this discussion. So the minute you try to pull this and they call all the enlisted in with the non-commissioned officers and the colonel comes in and goes, men, they just hit Dallas with a low yield. The Patriots working with Al-Qaeda. We've got intel. We arrested them. They've admitted it. And now we're going to have to go in. Here's a list of 2,000 people we think are involved. They start looking at the list, and it's like Ron Paul and Alex Jones, all these people. And the military's all going to say, start. And then, yeah, they'll go after some of the first targets. And then by then they'll go, this is all made up. And then it is going to go wild. And they want to wait till their drones and robots are all in place to autonomously take people out and then deny it later or claim it was a Chinese hack or whatever. I mean, I've war-gamed all this in the brain God gave me. It ain't going to work. I mean, let me tell George Soros and all the rest of those people, this is not going to fly. It isn't going to hunt. It ain't going to float. And that's not wishful thinking. I mean, my gut, my brain, my intellect, historically, I've studied this. I'm not a lazy person. I'm not bragging, but just about general concepts. I could sit around and talk about quantum mechanics and M theory with people. I'm sitting there with William Benny and I go, but doesn't a hologram of a mathematical equation of something with that much data create mathematically its own mass and create a distortion mirror of the sub-key, a projection of the dark matter coding? And he was just like, I'm not talking to you about classified stuff. And I said, I don't want to know classified stuff. And he was... And, of course, Buckley's real smart, and people were there. They're like, but, Alex, what are you getting into? And I just suddenly understood what – I just started spouting the stuff off. I don't even know how I know all this stuff, folks. Half the time it just starts spewing out of my mouth. And but I know that in the universe, they look at older parts of it, and it's distorted, and matter moves at a different rate. I know that with the mathematical equations of a French physicist, I forget his name, with the hexagon – formations on the north and south pole of Saturn, that he had predicted that when the probe flew over it, that it would show those patterns because of an interdimensional projection of dark matter from the mass of it being so large. And I'm no mathematician. I understand the basic concepts. It's like it leaves a ghost image. I don't know why I'm going off into all that. I said I'd go to your phone calls. It's just that I understand the enemy operation. I see it. I see the codes. I see the patterns. I know what they're going to do before they do it. But it's not hard now, ladies and gentlemen, to see what's going on. Oh, it's just incredible to be alive. The world is so wonderful. The universe is so incredible. There's so much good in the world. And the globalists want to dominate culture and make us look at them. Make our kids go in McDonald's with dead babies and skulls on the door, laughing at us like we're unconscious baboons. A bunch of boobies. A boobie's a stupid pirate before the FCC tries to say I'm using bad words here. The level of ignorance, it's like a... Oh, it doesn't even matter anymore. Oh, my, it's all too insane. It's all... Can't make this up. Charlie Sheen calling me. I gotta take this. Hey, bro, I'm on air. Can I call you right back in 10 minutes?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I go to Benson.
Well, listen, you're awesome. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But if you're going to a... Yeah. Hey, hold on one second. I'm going to tell them play a despotism thing in the break so I can talk to you now. And we'll come back, okay? Okay, no, I got time. Go ahead and roll something, guys. I got to hear this. Okay, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
As a community moves towards despotism, respect is restricted to fewer people.
That's veteran Denver police officer Charles Jones IV smashing an unarmed suspect in the face 6 times.
Officers accused of using excessive force on a suspect and then trying to erase the evidence.
I'm observing what they're doing and they're arresting me. I don't understand what's going on.
A community rates low on an information scale when the press, radio, and other channels of communication are controlled by only a few people.
Does it raise ethical questions about the use of government money to produce stories about the government that wind up being aired with no disclosure that they were produced by the government?
How can you ask such a question?
What difference at this point does it make?
When a competent observer looks for signs of despotism in the community, he looks beyond fine words and noble phrases.
There are actions I have the legal authority to take as president that will help make our immigration system more fair and more just. Tonight, I'm announcing those actions.
What I say goes, see? I'm the law around here.
We came, we saw, he died.
Yes, in modern warfare, our military leaders are finding that words and ideas.
The human body is extraordinary. Despite all the stresses we inflict upon it, it still works hard to stay in balance. Thousands upon thousands of people rely upon Heart and Body Extract to help their body stay balanced. This excellent 100% natural herbal formula helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, cleans arteries, promotes good circulation, balances cholesterol, and more. HB Extract, paired with healthy lifestyle choices like good nutrition and exercise, can give you a life free of pain, sickness, and fear. Recapture your youthful vitality and experience your body healing itself with the aid of HB Extract. It's extremely effective and it starts working in just days. Visit hbextract.com to learn more and to read scores of testimonials from satisfied customers. And we've never increased our price in over 10 years. That makes Heart and Body Extract as great a value now as it was the first day we sold it. A healthy heart is a happy heart. Call 866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
The Clean and Green sale continues at Guns80.com. My buddy Mark is rolling in clover since Guns80.com announced its Clean and Green sale. He used his leprechaun-like magical powers to get Guns80.com to offer us a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Now, for a limited time, when you order an AR-15 rifle kit, Guns80.com will toss in a cleaning kit and a tactical bipod pistol grip free, all for the low, low price of $449.95. Go to Guns80.com or call 844-2-GUNS80.
Harvest Right, the makers of the only in-home freeze dryer, would like to present to you their greenhouses that double as emergency shelters. Their greenhouses simply snap together, no tools needed. As a greenhouse, it will stand for decades. It's incredibly strong, long-lasting, and it can be quickly put up or taken down. It is also ideal when used as an emergency shelter. Learn more about this great greenhouse and the money you can save over the big box store prices at harvestright.com. That's harvestright.com.
As the New World Order continues to tighten its grip on every facet of our lives, we're all asking ourselves, how can we maintain our independence? The answer is clear. Get prepared, and you get prepared now. Now the only question left is, where do we begin? My Patriot Supply is here to help. Call 800-247-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. We're even covering the cost of shipping. Are you willing to rely on the government and FEMA in the event of an emergency? Call 800-274-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. You won't be able to find this deal online, and there is a strict limit of 4 per caller, so don't wait. Call now, 800-274-3070. That's 800-274-3070. Call right now.
Yeah, folks, I didn't jump off air just because my good buddy Charlie called up. By the way, Charlie's clean, healthy. He's drinking a little bit, but not doing drugs. Hung out with him when he was here in Austin a few weeks ago. But the media is trying to claim he's racist for criticizing Barack Hussein Obama. And he made the joke, you know, that Obama says he's Kenyan. Obama said last week in a speech that I wouldn't have moved to the U.S. if I didn't love it. Okay, so Charlie made a joke, too. They're calling him racist. Doesn't matter who you are, Charlie Sheen or whoever, you have a right to make fun of the president, especially when he makes fun of himself. So Charlie wants me to put on an official statement. He was ready to give it to me right then, but I just couldn't get it done before I came back from break. So when the show ends, we're going to go with Charlie, write the response for the media. No big deal. That's what that's why that was going on. Because, you know, if they were saying I was racist, I would want to respond to it as well. So is Obama racist for saying he's from Kenya? In fact, can you guys cue that video up? I mean, I know we have it. He said it last week. Jim in Texas wants to talk about the Pentagon listing Texas as hostile and practicing invasion takeover drills. That story's now on drudgereport.com. Jim in Texas, what's your take on this?
Hello, Alex. How are you today?
Good, brother. Go ahead.
Well, I just I heard that earlier today, and I happen to be a border agent here on the border. Don't really care if they know or not, but just to let you know, many people down here in law enforcement, not just working the border. I'm also a law enforcement officer from here my whole adult life. Many people are aware of what's going on with the country. Not too happy about it. Obviously, we took an oath to do our job. We do the best we can down here. But I want to thank you for, you know, doing what you do and waking people up. A lot of these things 5 years ago sounded a little weird, but it's all pretty much fallen into place. So I basically just called up to thank you.
Well, please don't thank me. Everybody knows Border Patrol has probably the roughest job in the country, and it just with your hands tied behind your back in just a Wild West crazy town. And so we appreciate you.
Well, you know, I just want people to understand that, you know, the people that are working down here are good people. A lot of the things that are going on here are out of the control of many people working down here, but it doesn't mean that we don't love the people and love the service that we do. It's pretty sad to see what's taking place here.
What do you make of the Pentagon listing Texas as hostile in drills? I mean, this is bold.
Well, I don't understand why people are doing military exercises off of military property to begin with. But when you look at a lot of things that have been going on, and I mean, not just on conspiracy theories, but I mean, just look at government bills, just look at things that have gone through, and you can see that, you know, more and more this is turning over to the, you know, some kind of UN type system that our Constitution doesn't allow us to do. And many of us down here, I mean, we took an oath to the Constitution.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we don't want violence. We don't, you know, but we're not going to, I'm an American. I'm not a North American Union guy. I'm an American.
Well, let me ask you this question. Plus, the NAU is unelected, a bunch of globalists. Do the globalists know that the police and military are more awake than the general public and that this isn't going to go the way they think? I don't know what they're thinking.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's not going to go the way they think because, you know, for the majority of us, I mean, when you take an oath, you know, to the Constitution, you're not taking an oath to a politician. And that's what these people don't understand. You know, we took an oath to uphold the law. And, you know, the more that things spiral, in my opinion, out of control, and morally we seem to be spiraling out of control, you know, the worse the situation gets. But when you realize that a lot of these people are dependent because they've been made dependent, and it's a sad situation to try to take down an economic machine that has worked and has been prosperous for many people over many, many generations. And now we're allowing people to just completely divide us and tear us apart. And there's no reason for all this.
Absolutely, Jim. Thank you so much. That's why I'm not anti-police and Border Patrol and stuff, because the average person I talk to from those groups is just 10 times more awake than the public. So our job is to get the public awake. We're supposedly in charge of the government. We're the ones letting the government be out of control. A little bit of overdrive coming up to talk to Pete, Neil, and others.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure ancient defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.